Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different than we've been doing lately. I've been covering a lot of different Halloween villages, but today, focus is going to be on the guys in front of me. I'm a huge Halloween movie fan. I'd even go so far to say as I'm a mega fan. I've been following the series since I was like 6 years old. I grew up watching the series. Halloween is my #1 horror film series out there. Michael Myers is my absolute favorite. I love almost every single Halloween that's out there. There's a few exceptions. Not crazy about Resurrection. Not crazy about the Rob Zombie series. And I'm also not huge on Halloween Ends. But everything else, I'm a huge, huge Halloween fan of the other films that I did not mention. So what I'm going to be doing today is a little bit different. I have the Trick or Treat Studios 2 variants here in front of me. I have the regular Trick or Treat Studios Halloween Michael Myers, and then I have the Bloody Edition. And also in front of me, I have a package from Sideshow Collectibles with another 6-scale Michael Myers, which we're going to open up and we're going to compare the Trick or Treat Studios Halloween figures versus this Sideshow Collectible Michael Myers that's in the box, which we are going to unbox right now. First thing I got to do, get my fancy Nancy box cutter out.
This is Fancy Nancy
Sideshow
right
box
here.
open.
You a rookie.
So I've yet to find a really decent Michael Myers 1978 sculpt. I have these two here in the front, and they ran about $200 each. And the detail on the mask is not what I would call it extremely good. So take the plastic off of this, and we'll check out this Sideshow box. Very nice. You have the Bob, the ghost, as well as the shape. And then around the back side, nice shot of the figure. And there's another. And then on the profile. So ideally, the face would look something like this. I know this is Halloween 2, and the mask looks a little bit different on Halloween 2. And if it looks this good, we're going to be in luck. So, taking this out of the package here. And it is enclosed with a cool little detail. It's supposed to be Michael Myers' butcher knife across the front as a strap. Sideshow has gone through all the trouble of putting artwork even on the inside of the box. Now on to the actual figure. Looks like it comes with a ton of accessories. So we're going to pull everything out and check it out. So here we have Michael Myers, and the sculpt is not great. It's not horrible, but it sure is not excellent. Again, I've said this before, hard to get a sculpt with an accurate Michael Myers. I have not yet seen one on these 6-scale figures. And so now that Michael's out of the box, we're going to see his accessories. Comes with one bloody knife and one regular not bloody knife. It comes with the telephone, which if you use the sheet would come in handy. Speaking of handy, there's 1, 2, 3 sets of extra hands. And then if we lift this box up, there's another box underneath that. There's a figure stand, the Bob Ghost accessories, a really cool tombstone, and then the pumpkin accessory. So one thing right off the bat, a huge difference between the two figures from Trick or Treat Studios and this one from Sideshow is that the Sideshow one comes with a ton more accessories, and Trick or Treat Studios will charge you for all these accessories in a separate accessory pack. I should also say here's an alternate head to put the Bob sheet and glasses over. So I'm going to see if it's easy to pop this head off. It's not. There we go. So what I'm going to do, take this accessory pack out. We will then dress him up as Bob. Here's a better look at the 78 jack-o'-lantern from the film credits. As well as, this might be the best thing I've seen in this set so far. And it's actually quite a little bit heavy for an accessory. Really cool and really big. I'll show you this next to Michael Myers so you get an idea of the scale of this thing. For now, here is the Bob the Ghost sheet, which I'm going to put over Michael. So I've draped that over him. Inside this pack are his glasses. I don't know who made this thing, but this thing kind of sucks too. Trying to get the Bob the Ghost. That's what it looks like. And if I don't hold the glasses, they fall. If I don't, now the head popped off. Let me tell you, these glasses don't want to stay on without holding them on. And as a matter of fact, they don't stay on. They fall right off. So quality control gets an F on the Bob accessories because they do not stay on. If you decide to use the Bob the Ghost, this is what it's going to look like. I have now put the figure back together in the way that I'm going to choose to display it with the bloody knife variant. And here is a better look at the mask. Again, not horrible, not great, nowhere near movie accurate, nowhere near screen accurate. Okay, so in fact, I have here one of my most prized collectibles. This is a photograph from Halloween 1978, signed by John Carpenter, Nick Castle, who played Michael, and the photographer. So if you look at that and compare it to that, not quite. And I'll put a screen grab up right next to this mask. We're going to switch over to the Trick or Treat Studios one next. But to me, they could have kept all the accessories and got the face right, because that's, to a collector like myself, that's what I'm looking for. So these are now side by side. I have Sideshow Collectibles, Michael on the left, Trick or Treat Studios, Michael on the right. This Trick or Treat Studios one was a little bit cheaper than the Sideshow one. But again, it's all about the face. And for me, that's just not a good enough Michael Myers face. There's a really nice shot of them both, and then I'll put a shot of Michael from the movie in right here. And you can see neither one of these really look like the movie, but if you're going to go for a what's the better of these two, then I'd have to give the nod to Sideshow. This is not a terrible Michael as well. This Trick or Treat Studios, you have the option to get a stand for $10 more, which I did. But yeah, this is not a terrible Michael Myers. So yeah, this is not a terrible figure by any means. 13-year-old me would have killed to have a figure like this back then, because we didn't have any collectibles when I was growing up. So we now have a third participant in our figure comparison, this being the bloody variant. And interestingly enough, in the original Halloween, I don't think Michael Myers ever had that much blood on his jumpsuit. At least I don't recall. After seeing the movie hundreds of times, I never remember Michael Myers being covered in blood in Halloween 1. So, again, the mask, just it does not look screen accurate, not even close. But as being a collector, I'll take what I can get, and I have all three of these. And again, the nod goes to Sideshow Collectibles as far as being the best looking sculpt, in my opinion. These other two look a little bit too cartoonish. And the other one looks a little bit better. Not 100% accurate, but miles ahead of the Trick or Treat Studios ones. And again, with the super bloody Michael Myers jumpsuit, one thing I might have done is instead of doing a bloody one, since he was never bloody in the film, maybe they do a regular Michael Myers like this, and then with this one, I might have just done like battle damaged Michael Myers with the bullet holes in the jumpsuit, because he did get shot at the end of the movie, so he would have some degree of like bullet holes. Shot him 6 times, whereas this one could have been before he got shot. So there's not a whole lot to see around back. They all kind of just look the same, but again, the better sculpt, the better jumpsuit, giving the nod once again to Sideshow. Well, guys, this has been the comparing the shapes video between the Trick or Treat Studios and Sideshow Collectibles 12-inch Michael Myers figures. I'm lucky enough to own all three, but if I had to choose between these, I would easily go with Sideshow Collectibles, even though the Bob, the Ghost, sheet, and glasses aren't really functional with the figure. Those could have been a little bit better as far as staying on and fitting him a little bit better. They could have done a better job with that, but considering these are about 200 each and they don't come with all of this, they'll charge you an extra 100 and something for all those accessories. This one's a steal and a far better sculpt as well, in my opinion. Like, you guys have seen the differences. You could pick out which ones you guys think are the better looking ones for as far as movie accuracy, but to me, after watching the movie all these years, I'm gonna have to go with Sideshow as being the better sculpt and the being at least somewhat closer to screen accurate. These two are just way too cartoonish to even consider to be screen accurate. Well, until next time, you guys, I will see you guys back here on Ottoman Dad's Collectibles here on YouTube.